My name is Sydney Coulier, and welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Jersey. So today's guest is the co-captain of the Southern University's women's soccer team, a 4-year veteran playing in her position of goalkeeper. She has a collegiate career with a total of 313 saves with 15 shutouts, originally from Pembroke Pines, Florida, but her roots lie in Jamaica. Number one in our hearts, but also on the field, introducing Sydney Bellamy. How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, run us through what was your day this morning? Because I know we talked about previously, but I'm pretty sure everybody back home doesn't know.
All right, so this morning, I kind of went to bed super late. I was working on my lab reports. So this morning started super late. I was working on my lab reports and then I went to sleep, woke up, went to practice. And then from practice, went straight to my first class, which is organic chemistry. And then I went to Calc, and then from Calc I went back to organic chemistry, and then from there I came here.
You're taking calculus and OChem?
Yeah, I have a very loaded semester, so I'm very time stamps. So.
Oh my gosh, I pray for you.
Yeah.
Just hearing it right now, Calc and OChem in the same semester?
Yeah, and then I have cell and molecular biology, but that's on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh child.
Yeah.
Look.
I'm stressed, but it's okay.
Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty, right? Mm-hmm. So where did your love of soccer begin with?
I want to say from my parents. When I started as a little child, in Pee-wee, just running around with other kids. And I think from there, as I played, I went into rec soccer, and then from there I played travel. So I think being able to be with a bunch of girls playing around, and then over time growing a love for the sport, and then just finding something that made me feel like me. So I feel over time, basically from a little child.
So the position you play is goalkeeper. And goalkeeper, to me, when I'm thinking you compare it to another sport like football, you're kind of like the quarterback in a sense. You protect everything. And not to mention you have one of the hardest positions on the field. So did you always know you wanted to be a goalkeeper, or was it something that kind of came over time as you continued to play?
It definitely came over time, because I started out as a forward. They just put me up top. I started running down, getting the ball. But then when I started high school, my club coach kind of threw me in the goal. And then from there I was like, oh, I kind of like this. And then I just started training super hard. And then that's when I only started playing my freshman year of high school in the goal. So really? It was kind of playing catch up.
So you've only, that's what I was just about to say. So it's only been about, what, 8?
Yeah, 8 years.
7, 8 years that you've been playing goalkeeper? But look, you've been doing a pretty good job thus far. Yeah. So congrats to that.
Thank you.
But you're originally from Florida, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And Florida and New Orleans, or at least Louisiana in a sense, they're not necessarily similar, but if there's one thing they have in common, it's the fact that soccer really isn't that big of a sport in both places. So coming from your career at West Broward, I wanted to know, why did you want to come to Southern to continue your collegiate career?
Well, for me, my whole recruiting process to come to college and play soccer was during COVID time, so I couldn't really go on any visits. So coming to Southern, I kind of just whatever coaches I kind of made a connection with, and whatever girls I talked to through text and over the phone, whoever I felt had a most connection with, that would be an easier transition into college. That's where I felt Southern would lie for me. Compared to other schools, the coaches were just they're just trying to find a player, but I felt here they wanted a person and a player.
So they were really intentional about the way not only they recruited you, but it made you feel like this could potentially be your home for the next 4 years, 100%. Right?
100%.
So during your 2023 season, you had a complete standout year. I mean, 91 saves, 4 shutouts, and you played over 1,600 minutes on the field. That's basically the entire game, the entire season.
Yeah.
And you were not only named to first team SWAC conference, you were also named goalkeeper of the year, which is one of the biggest feats you can have in this conference. So I wanted to know, let's walk us through that day. What was it like whenever you were finally bestowed that honor?
I remember going in and I was so there's a little banquet, and then all the teams are there. We're all all the schools are all separated by their tables. And I remember they started calling out second team, and then my name wasn't called, and then they started calling out first team. Oh no, they started calling out the goalkeeper of the year, forward of the year, and stuff like that. And then Coach Jeremy behind me was like, Sydney, and he was like, you got it. And before they even said my name and everything, and I was like, oh my God, no way. And then they said my name, and then I walked up, and it was kind of just didn't feel real because I've been like trying to like manifest it and speaking into existence and like putting in the work after hours and stuff like that. So it kind of just was like, whoa, like no way all my hard work actually like paid off right now. So it was kind of just like a awe moment.
But you just said it that you initially thought you were going to be one of the other teams, like second team. So why? Like, especially with the standout season you had, I saw your stats, they saw your stats. Why did you think you were going to be second team instead of first?
Well, I was kind of just, that's how they like say it. They start with second team. So I knew my name wasn't called for there. So I was like, it's either go big or go home. And because I knew like, that's what I've been working towards. So I knew that when my name was called, it's something that I deserved. So it's not like something that was just like handed to me. But
the Southwestern Athletic Conference isn't the only people who notice how good you are, right? So I've seen that you have 2 caps with the Jamaican women's national team, and you've competed in the 2023 Central American and the Caribbean Games. So how did you go about getting a life-changing opportunity like that?
Honestly, that I was really excited when I first got like my first like invitational, because I've been to camps before, but being able to like go and actually play, that really like, I was really nervous, I can really say that, because it was definitely a different environment, a different standard, it's a different level of play, and then the coaching staff is a lot different, so it was definitely like, just like a wow, like it's just like, whoa, like everything is like kind of adding up together, so it was definitely just a experience.
So you're Jamaican,
Yes.
right? So where did your roots come from? Your mom, your dad, or both parents, are they from Jamaica?
Both my parents were born and raised in Jamaica, and then they both migrated to Florida, like Miami, Florida, when they were like middle school and then after college.
You speak Patois?
I can understand it. My accent only comes out when I'm mad.
I understand. My family's originally from Martinique, so that's, that's Caribbean.
Yeah.
So I trust me, I completely understand. They all speak Creole, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm just here. But I wanted to know, how important is it that you continue to carry your Jamaican roots through all aspects of your life?
It has such an impact on me, because I know, like, for me, I walk and I represent my family, I represent my country, I represent where I came from. So I know that where I come from is a reflection of like what other people see when they see like when they think of Jamaica, when they think of Florida, when they think of my family. Like, I know that I'm a reflection of them, so that I have to hold myself to a certain standard.
Do you ever get time when you're not playing or you're not in season to go back to Jamaica?
Yeah, I just went actually over the summer. Yeah, it was good. I saw some of my family that I haven't seen in a while. And so normally like we go every year, but since COVID, it's kind of been hard because all my sisters are like now in college, and then it's like one's in high school, one's in college, I'm in college, and we're all like trying to scramble to find time to go. But we just went last summer, so it was actually really good.
So where do you consider home? Jamaica, Florida, Louisiana? Which one?
I consider home Florida and Jamaica, because I have both like families down there. I think more Louisiana has become a home over time, but my real home is like back home where I grew up with my parents and my sisters, and then I have like my extended family in Jamaica also.
So when you're away from home and you're away from your family, how much do you lean on your support system here that you've accumulated since you've been at Southern?
I definitely lean on them a lot, because I call my sisters all the time if I ever just need to like talk about anything or need to laugh, because they'll never without a doubt make me laugh. So I definitely do lean on them a lot if I ever need like advice or I need to rant about like, oh my God, my teacher did this, or at practice was this. And it's just like being able to like just talk to somebody without having like judgment or unconditional love. So.
So I wanted to know, because obviously this is Beyond the Jersey, and we wanted to get to know who you are beyond, obviously, the jersey and whenever you're on the field. So who are you as a person? Like, when you're not playing soccer, where can one find you?
I would say when I'm not playing soccer, I would say I love going to see sunsets. It's like always been my thing. I love this. I love when the sky turns pretty colors. So normally when I'm down here, I go to the waterfront.
The bluff right here?
That one,
or do you go downtown?
Okay. The one downtown. I can't remember. Is it the Mississippi River?
Yeah, the Mississippi River.
That one. Yeah, I normally go there, and I love the sky. So if I'm not training, which I majority of the time am, I'm like either trying to go see the sunset, or I like painting, and I love making bracelets and stuff like that. So definitely, those are like a little bit of my hobbies.
So we were just talking about the fact that you're in STEM. right? That's what your major is. Your major is
Yes.
biology.
Yes.
And I'm a mass communications major. And I'm still struggling how to figure out how to balance work, how to balance my personal life and school work on top of that. But you're a STEM major playing Division I soccer.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
It's definitely not easy. Like, no one's ever gonna say it's easy. It takes a lot of like discipline, like having to study after practice and like having to stay up late, because during the days, like I'm in class and I'm going to weights and I'm going to practice, I really don't have time to do like homework during the day. So I stay up at night, do my work, and then wake up early in the morning and then keep going. It's very like disciplined, and you just gotta want it. Because at the end of the day, I know this is what I want to do also after soccer. So I know that putting in the work now will pay off later.
So let's touch on that. You're a biology major, I believe,
Yes.
right? So what do you want to do with their major whenever it's time for you to honestly hang up your cleats?
Well, I've gone through all of college. I've gone through like a little up and down of like, what do I really want to do? I came in originally want to go to med school, but throughout the time I've really didn't want to spend like 10 years in school and stuff like that. So right now my plan is to get my master's in public health and then dive into global health issues and environmental health issues, and use my like science background to basically like implement ways to help health issues around the world, and go into like the CDC and stuff like that, and then do more like non-medical pursues.
So did you know you wanted to do that right before you came to college, or did the pandemic have a big effect on that?
I think I didn't know really exactly what I wanted to do when I first got to college. I definitely was all over the place. I wanted to go to nursing and stuff like that. So definitely the pandemic did play a fact into like what I want to decide to do now. But it was kind of just I'm trying to figure out, talking to my professors also helped me guide me in this direction. It's like trying to figure out what is something that I really want to do and want to pursue.
Mm-hmm. And how's the biology department here at Southern been, honestly? Like with them understanding that you also have a career playing the sport?
They're very understanding. Like my advisor, she's really like, she's one of the best. Like she's helped me out regardless of like what's ever happening. And so she's definitely kept me on the right track. I've never had a problem with like what classes I've had to take. And the professors, you know, there's the good ones and there's the bad ones.
Right,
but
right.
I've gotten lucky with like some of my professors. Like my chemistry professors have honestly been like some of the people that I turn to when I need the most help. And so definitely they have like good people who are like they're my rock.
So are you always in Fisher or Moore? Because I've only been in like both of those buildings once.
I'm normally Lee and Fisher and James. Those three.
Yeah, I've only taken one science class since I've been at Southern.
Yeah.
I've been in there. I remember, I think it was Fisher, because Fisher had just got done being reconstructed. I was so lost. I was looking for my class for probably 20 minutes just walking around in circles.
Because that's a real circle. I still get lost. If I enter the wrong door, I don't know where to go.
Mm-hmm. So finishing out your senior year here, you also serve as co-captain of the team. Mm-hmm. So what is something that you want to instill of those younger girls playing with you that you wish somebody would have told you?
I would say that holding yourself to a certain standard, because over time, like you start losing like your motivation, you start losing like your why, and like staying true to like why you started is like the most important thing that you need to do. Because like it's so easy to get caught up in like the day-to-day tasks and like lose love for the sport. But if you just keep remembering your why and your end goal, like just hold yourself to like what you want and go after it, that's the only thing you can really do.
Oh, I love that. So if you were to pinpoint one moment that you've been in college that you were like, I really love what I do, what would it be?
I would say, I think my sophomore year, it was like spring. I think it was spring or my freshman year. We were like doing one of the keeper trainings on the field, and it was kind of when I first started playing too, because my freshman year I didn't play much. I remember we had this one keeper practice, and it was just like, it was like the majority of the team was there too. Like they were just there to like, you know, push me and like be there for me. And I was like, wow, like this is actually like, this is what I want to do. And like having like a great like teammates who just want to be there to help me train. Like I was like, wow, like this is just what I want to do.
I love that. And like you said, since you are going into your senior year, or you're in your senior year now, and there are a bunch of people who are looking up to you, hopefully they'll look back at this interview and they'll be like, you know, that's my co-captain right there. That's my captain right there. But thank you so much for taking time out of your day, your very busy day, very busy day, to talk with me today. This has been Sydney Couillet with Sydney Bellamy signing out.